Well, Allison, she's an artist, right?
Yes.
And she designs Converse or just shoes, right?
Yeah, I do. Not just Converse, but canvas shoes.
That's really cool. And she's designed me my own shoes. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And after the 10 minutes, after the 10-minute show, we'll be breaking and then coming back with the revealing of my new shoes. So what happened was I found Allison on Facebook, and I contacted her immediately. And I said I had Voices of Reality, a talk show, and I was a host on it, and I wanted to have her on. She said, well, I can design your own shoes for you. You just have to buy the shoe. And I'm like, okay. And we met up at Chick-fil-A for 45 minutes, and I wrote down the list of things about me, like just specific stuff about me, just that I like cows and stuff, and just gave her the freedom to do whatever she wanted to do with it. And she's designed me my own pair, so
yes.
I'm really excited about that.
Very excited to give them to you.
Yeah, everyone says they look amazing. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm really excited. So how long does the process take to actually...
Generally from the point that somebody places an order, I try to say I need at least 3 weeks to do every shoe.
Yeah.
The actual time that I spend working on the shoe averages between 6 to 12 hours per pair.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's definitely, I'm entirely dedicated to that piece from start to finish. And then, you know, just like I did with you, I have to meet and get a general idea of that type of personality and everything, so I can draw that shoe tailored for that person. So that's why your shoe is going to be a really fun shoe.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So what is the process of making the shoe?
First of all, I take all the reference material. In your case, you just gave me a list. Sometimes people give me pictures. Sometimes people just say, oh, I want a spicy, sassy kind of shoe. And they just kind of let me run free with it. So there's always like, during the first couple weeks, I like to think about what I want to do, you know, look at all the reference materials, plan it all out. And then once I actually start drawing the shoe, I pretty much don't want to put it down until I'm done. So literally I'll sit there for 8 hours straight and draw these things. But sometimes I do have to wait a little while because the paint has to settle and everything before I can keep working.
So you stay up all night and all day working on the shoe?
Yeah, my husband can testify to the fact that I'm always drawing these shoes, whether I'm, you know, whether the TV's on or whether I'm just, you know, drawing at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm pretty much always drawing shoes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What kind of events have you done them for? Like birthdays, weddings?
Birthdays, weddings. Not the wedding. I got an inquiry for the wedding. I just recently did a group order for some high school students out in Golden. They wanted a tribute shoe for someone that had passed away. So they're very commemorative, or just really when anybody gets some money, they're knocking at my door lately. So
that's really cool.
Yeah.
Is it fun designing them, or?
Yes. Before I really got real serious with the art thing, you know, I sold shoes for a long time, and just going back to when I was young, I just love shoes. So it kind of helps my own personal fetish. I'm not out there buying them as much. I get to enjoy the work that I give to everybody else. So, which is kind of a funny thing too, because every time I'm finished drawing a shoe, like your shoe, I had it set up in front of my TV for a week, so I could look at it and, you know, remember what it looked like, and that's my time with the shoe before I give it to you.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
That's so cool. So, I'll look at the questions. How do you care for the shoe? I mean, after I get the shoe, I mean, as I understand, you can't just throw it in the washer. So,
right.
How do you care for it?
Basically, when I finish the shoes, I seal them, and then I waterproof them. I recommend that you would do the same. So every time before you went to school or whatnot, just do a light spray. And then after that, it's going to protect everything. Even without the waterproofing, it's not going to run. It's not going to have any problems. You can take a damp cloth to it and just wash it that way. These shoes right here, I took a magic eraser to. So I wouldn't recommend that, because you can see it's kind of faded that out a little bit compared to that one right there. But yeah, just a damp cloth and water. But I do recommend magic eraser if you want to clean your toes or your soles. Works really well.
So explain the background on these shoes.
These shoes right here are actually the first pair that I ever drew with the fabric markers. And like I said, these are fabric markers. They're artist quality markers. They were designed to work on fabric. And I actually did these for myself 2 years ago to just try out the whole process, figure out what was going to work or not. And as you can see over time, because it is a fabric paint, it just settles into the canvas and instead of just like fading away.
How long have you had these shoes?
Those are about 2 years old, and all of my work is completely wearable. I've worn these to plenty of Nugget games. I like to wear them every time the Nuggets were on. And as you can see, they hold up really well.
Wow. Can I see the other one?
Yeah.
Denver Nuggets. That's so cool. So you like the Denver Nuggets and just wanted to do a shoe for them?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm a huge Nuggets fan, and, you know, we don't get the love that a lot of the other bigger teams do. So I had to show love myself, and, you know, as you can see here, too, this is my own little portrait of Melo doing his thing. So this was customized for myself. This is what my heart wanted, a basketball shoe.
That's so cool. So our next question is for your website, eternalfrostart.com.
Eternal Frost came about after I got married. I got married in 2007, and I changed my last name from Frost to Olinger. While I don't have any problems about changing my legal last name, I just felt like art, because it's the side of me that is eternal and always will just belong to only me. It's my own personal expression. That's why I just couldn't stop signing the name Frost on everything that I draw. So my art is always going to remain Frost. It remains with that original part of me that I was born with. So Eternal Frost.
That's really cool. So were you always so creative with designing your shoes? Did you just wake up one day and you were creative, or?
Basically, the shoe thing came about. I mean, I've loved art since I was little, but the shoe thing came about after I won a contest with Converse, and I did that in 2008. The shoe was supposed to come out early the next year, but Converse the project switched hands and everything, so I'm actually still waiting for the release of that shoe. But it actually helped me out, because in the meantime, everybody who saw me anywhere was like, hey, when's your shoe coming out? And so it was actually my friends that pushed me into actually drawing straight on the shoes, because they told me, quit waiting for Converse, do your own thing. So, you know, I really have to thank my friends for pushing me into doing it, because it became something that I really and truly love doing.
Wow. Tell me a little bit about the contest that you entered in 2008.
That contest was with, it was sponsored by East Bay and Converse, and basically, see, it's funny because, again, I didn't really want to enter the contest. My husband pushed me to enter it. He was really on me about it. And so I sat down, and the design that I did for the contest, really, I probably spent a half hour drawing it. It didn't really take me very long at all. Submitted that, and basically I had to use either music, sports, fashion, and art. I had to use 2 of those 4 categories in my shoe design. And so I incorporated music and art and came up with a design that was about graffiti work. And basically the shoe is called Authentic because since everyone is always drawn on Converse, whether it be on the soles or the top part, you know, you could always be you wearing your Chuck Taylors. You change them your own way, you know, and so I wanted a shoe that spoke to the nature of Chuck Taylors in the sense that, you know, hey, wear them your own way, be authentic, be you, you know. And so that concept really helped people, I think, to vote for me, because it all went through online votes. And then that pushed me into the final round. And then when all the votes were done, I was second place, but the judges picked me.
Oh, so they had a contest online, and you sent in your picture of the shoes?
Yep, and everybody was voting. You could vote once a day for, I think it was 2 weeks. And so I had all my friends, all my family, people that didn't know me were getting bugged, but, you know, they all really pushed me through.
Wow, that's really cool. How did you come about entering a contest like that? You just...
it was just, like I said, it was in the East Bay catalog, and my husband came across it, and, you know, again, he pushed me to do it. So really I have my husband to thank for all of this, because he just found it flipping through the mail one day.
So you didn't you weren't drawing on Converse or anything before this happened?
No, not at all. People, because the Converse shoe took so long to release, they wanted me to draw that design. But that design was way too detailed. I didn't think I could do it justice with the markers. So that one's going to be a screen print. But, you know, basically I was saying, well, let me see what I can do for you. So yeah, I just entirely winged it, you know, and you see, you know, the results. That was my first try. So,
So those shoes that you made, they were just for fun? You just decided?
just for myself, yep.
Was that after you wanted to, after you entered the contest that you designed those, or?
Yes, definitely after. So everything I've done 50 pairs. It's been in the past 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
50 pairs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Well, when we come back, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, she's going to reveal my new Converse to me, so stay tuned.